with Boss Life Online and Be Amazing Sylvia. Let's tune into the song.
Got a spark inside, a passion so true. Marlene Motivates is the right move for you. Her purpose is clear, her heart's a guiding light to help you reach higher ground so everything is bright. It's encouragement, support from her soul to yours for the wellness of mind, body, and spirit, so you can open new doors through pop-up lives and motivational roast too. Regular videos, Marlene is always there for you. Feeling down, feeling lost, need a helping hand. Marlene is here to inspire across the digital land, sharing her journey, her wisdom, her grace, helping you find your own pace and true place. It's encouragement, support from her soul to yours for the wellness of mind, body, and spirit, so you can open new doors through pop-up lives and all our peace and all right too. Regular videos, Marlene is always there for you. Be encouraged, let your spirit ignite. Be inspired, step into your light. Be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, is breathe it and live your best life. Regular video, Marlene is always there for you. Marlene motivates, yeah. Mind, body, spirit, every day.
Hello to all of my motivators family. How are you doing? I am Marlene Motivates and I am your life coach and motivational speaker. Welcome to the Monday Blast in collaboration with Boss Life Online and Be Amazing Sylvia. Today I wanted to talk to you about a very important topic, and that is to become silent in your personal growth. And how many of us, we get excited about so many things, excited about potential for our whatever personal growth thing, maybe getting a new job, starting a business, being in a relationship. And what do? Out of our mouth comes, we start speaking about things and telling people our personal and our private business. Now, I give you a word of caution with today's topic. People aren't going to like this. People do not like when you go silent on them. You know why? Because they can't know your business anymore. They can't know what you're doing in order to try to do things to stop it and sabotage you, okay? But we're going to get into this topic. But I do want to say this before we get started. I wanted to say, hold on a second, guys. I wanted to say this. As some people are always in your business, okay? Some people are always going to be in your business, not because they want you to win. Some people are in your business because they want to see you fail. Do you understand that part? Not everybody who comes around you and is smiling in your face wants you to succeed, wants you to thrive, wants you to win, wants you to heal, wants you to have peace in your life. No, no, no. Most people's objective, especially the ones that are closest to us, relatives, friends, quote unquote, people who talk about they have your best interests at heart, the ones who come in your face smiling, but behind your back, they got something negative to say. They make fun of you, they laugh at you. Oh, you'll never be successful. Be careful of who you let, as Sylvia said, into your inner circle. Be careful because not everybody wants you to win. And why that's so important is because we can't get to peace of mind, joy, happiness, and so many other things until we do this. And it don't take much to do that. I have to remind myself sometimes when I get excited about something, I have to say, Marlene, just be quiet. So I'm giving you this advice to my motivators family. When you got something that you're excited about, just be quiet. I want you to lock that into your brain, okay? And keep that anytime something leveling up in your life, anytime you're trying to grow it, anytime you're trying to shift to positive and empowering things, I want you to remember to elevate, to grow, to heal, to be happy. You got to do this. Okay. And I got to say hi to everybody in the chat. Hi, Sirius. Hi, Always. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Boss Life Online. Hi, Express Baskets. Hey, Dee. How are you doing? Welcome in. Anybody's here and those who are in the background, I really appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support. Okay. Let's get back into this topic today. Okay. We're going to be talking about becoming silent in your growth. Now, I got to say this to every single one of you. Now is the time. There's no time like the present, right here and right now. Now is your time for personal growth. Do you know that? It's time right now. Not because your life is perfect, not because you have the best circumstance, not because you're doing the best financially, but because you know your worth. Because you're worthy. When you stand on that, because I am worthy, I want to be empowered. I want to grow. I want to heal. I want to elevate. I am trying my best to be better than I was yesterday. See, and when you get into that season of being unapologetic about yourself, about your life, about your light, about your gifts, about your blessings, about where you're trying to go, about where you are trying to elevate and escalate to, you got to do more of this. And it's so hard to do that because people come as I'm going to come in closer so you guys can really pay attention to this message. When you are about to elevate, people will come as a wolf in sheep's clothing. I'll tell you guys that. People will come as a wolf in sheep's clothing because they want to break you. They want to break you down. They want you to be miserable. They don't want to see you grow and so many other things. Yes, Gio, better than yesterday, okay? And now is the time for our silent growth. And why I say hashtag silent growth is because we can only get into that healing, positive, growing, elevating life when we do this, okay? So I'm going to talk to you guys about why we should go silent in our growth season. You know why? Number one is because people will try to sabotage your gifts. So, are you gifted at something, Motivators family? Do you have the gift of putting beautiful outfits together? Do you have the gift of being a good listener? Do you have the gift of some form of talent? Then you are it's really important for you to think about this and remind yourself, I'm gifted. And because I'm gifted, I can't tell people about my gifts because you know what people will want to do? They want you to give them some of your gifts for free. For free. Relatives, friends, people on social media, they want you to give your stuff away for free. No, 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 no. And we're not doing that. How is that even going to work? You worked on yourself. You asserted yourself. You're working hard. You're building and growing. And people want you to just give it away. Oh, you should give that to me. I'm your sister. I'm your cousin. I'm your best friend. Hey. Anybody who really cares about you, they will do all of the things to make you happy and to be successful. And how can you get successful if you don't elevate in your finances? Thank you so much, Vondi. I see you gave a super sticker. I really appreciate it. Yes, they will. Yes, they will. Facts. They feel entitled. They feel entitled that that you have to give it to me, you know? Sister, auntie, mama, cousin, friends, people that you know, they want you to give your gifts away for free. So you're supposed to use your time, your energy, and your efforts, and they want it for free. Let's empower ourselves, Motivators family. We're not doing that. So any of my Motivators family, if you're doing that, stop it. And stop it today. I want you to get some thoughts in your mind. How much do I want to charge for my gifts? See, and you know when you do that, you eliminate those low vibrational people. You eliminate the users because you tell them from the back. See, what I used to do is I used to undercharge for my gifts. I used to feel, oh, but I don't know if they can afford it. That's the good thing. Charge for your worth. Charge for your gifts. Charge for your healing. Charge for your efforts. Charge for your sacrifice. People need to pay for that. And those that are not willing to pay for your gifts, they gotta go. They gotta go. Repeat after me. They gotta go. All right? Yes. Thank you, Vondi. Yes, hit that like button. Gio says, speak on that topic. Hi, Tasha. How are you doing? Yes. Yes, and amen, amen, amen. Marlene, and they will say, I got you on the back end. Yeah, or I'll get you next time. I'll get you on payday. I'll get you after taxes is due, right? No, no, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that ever, okay? And that's one of the things that I think is so highly important is for us to know that we're worthy. I want to drop those seeds of knowledge and empowerment. We are worthy. We are deserving. We are capable. So get that number in your head. What do I feel I should charge for my gifts? See, what I used to do before, I used to wait for people to give me what I wanted. And guess what? You're always going to be disappointed. You know, you're going to say, to get my service, this is the fee. Oh, you charge? Yes, I do. And watch them scatter. Watch them scatter now. Because now you're not playing about your gifts. Don't let people waste your time, energy, money, and your talent, okay? Number 2, because people don't want you to elevate past them. Pay attention to the words that I'm saying, Motivators family. Some people don't want you to elevate past them. They're fine if you start growing, but anytime you start leveling up past them, you're doing better financially, emotionally, or you're looking better physically, you're putting yourself together, you're looking good, you're in the gym, you're eating right, you have friends, you're not about that negativity, you're about your life and positivity and personal growth. See, motivators, we got to be about our business. Hey, Metro, how are you doing? We got to be about our business, okay? And people don't like when you elevate past them. Point number 3, they want you to be miserable like them. Wow, isn't that something? All you're doing is being quiet, and the people want to say, oh, you think you're all that now? And you're like, where in the world did that come from? I'm just over here minding my business. And you're just over there minding your business. You're not bothering nobody. You're staying silent because you're working on yourself, healing something, empowering yourself, getting yourself healed and together emotionally, mentally. You're getting yourself on track. But they don't like that because people don't like when you are not miserable anymore. See, people love to crowd around you when you're, oh, my life is terrible. Nothing's going good for me. People eat that up. Oh, they're so hungry for that. Oh, my life is going terrible. They love when you're fighting with people. They love when you don't have money. They love when you look disheveled. But when you start, put yourself together, ladies, fix yourself up, put on some nice professional clothes, fix your hair right, put on your makeup. People don't like when you're like that. They want to see you a mess. They want to see you with your hair all over the place. They want to see you gaining weight, eating garbage food. They don't like when you start, oh, I don't eat that anymore. They don't like when you're about nutrition now. Now, I'm not saying be a fanatic, because Marlene, your girl Marlene, I eat a lot of things I'm not supposed to. I love chocolate. It's my thing. But at the same time, I had to learn how to balance. And I had to learn there's some things, even when I have friends and family around, I don't eat that no more. Because I'm careful about what I put in my body, because it affects how I think. It gives me brain fog. And other people don't like that. When you start pulling away from them, when you start thinking about yourself and what you want to do, I'm just saying. I'm just the messenger, okay? Let's get into these 4 points that I want to share with my motivators family. Hi, Fear of Mortals. How are you doing? Let's get into this topic, okay? People will not like it because you are not playing with them anymore. That's point number 1. You're not playing with them. You're probably not hanging around them with the rah, rah, rah and fighting and this and drama. And, some people in your life are always about that negativity. Have you ever been around those people? Every single thing that comes out of their mouth. I'm so angry. And then this one's against me. And it's always, and when you surround yourself like that, you become just like that. You are what you think. You are what you talk about. You are what you consume. You are your environment. So when you are around toxic, low vibrational, lazy people, people who are always making excuses but never doing anything, and when you start doing something, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like you. A lot of times people have never liked you, but now when you start being confident, and saying, I love myself, and I don't have to take your poor treatment. You're not answering their calls because you don't want to be a part of the negativity. Now they don't like you anymore. But you don't have to explain why you're making shifts and moves. Why? Because I work on my mental health. Why? Because I love myself. Why? Because I'm worthy. People don't like when you start believing in yourself. People don't like when you recognize their foolishness. Oh, you trying to play me? When people think you're stupid, maybe before you would allow them to do all of these things to you. But then when you say, hold on, wait a minute. They said last week the same thing. And now they're saying it again. So what am I doing? Okay? See, don't explain. Just pull back. Hi, Willis. How are you doing? Just pull back. No explanation necessary. You don't have to explain why you're not hanging around, why you're not about that rah, rah, rah. You don't got to explain. All you do is this. Just over here, silent, chilling, in peace, minding your business. And I love that for you, Motivators family. I love it for you and I love it for me since I have been in my lane, minding my business, not about negativity, not about drama, not about foolishness, just about love, just about peace, just about using my gifts, just about being who I am. And that's it, you know? And that makes other people uncomfortable. Okay, number two, people don't like when you go silent because when we are silent, we don't inform anybody of what we want to do. That way, we can fully focus. I think this is such an important thoughts right here. And I want you guys to really pay attention to the words that I'm saying. When we are silent, we don't inform of anybody of what we want to do. We stay focused and we think, what do I want to do? Not what sister, auntie, mama, cousin, not about people on social media, but thinking, meditating, taking your time to do your research. See, that's what wise people do. They meditate so as to answer. Is this good for me? Is this benefiting me? See, the more that we stay silent, we can really think. We can drown out all of that noise from the outside, the drama, the foolishness, the rah, 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 and we can get silent within ourselves. What do I need to do? And you get focused on that, okay? That's how we can fully focus. So, becoming silent in your personal growth, it's a wonderful thing. Be silent, focus on yourself. See, one thing that I had to learn is I had to give myself the permission to pull that reset button. If there's something that you have been distracted from, if something that you've wanted to do for years, go silence. Be at peace. Have calmness from within. And the only way that we can have the inner calm that shows up on the outside is taking time to be silent and focus on, what do I need right now? Maybe you need to do some healing, whatever that healing may be. Healing from whatever, some things that hurt you, some things that maybe you should have stepped up your game. See, that's about personal growth and development. And that's what I want for each and every one of you guys. I want for us to grow. I want for us to benefit. I want for us to be better today than we were yesterday. See, throw all of that behind you. What you did last week, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, because people will judge you based on who you were. But it's not about who you were, it's about who you are. And in this season, on today, we are going to stand in this. We're going to take ownership. We're going to take accountability for ourselves and say, I want better. So what am I going to do? And you get that action plan together. You take out your notebook. Like I always encourage all of my motivators family, I encourage you guys all the time. Get your notebook, write out a plan, or in your phone, however it is that you get your ideas out of your head. And when you do that, it's not just having dreams, it's not just having goals. See, the difference between a goal and reality is action. I want somebody to write that down. The difference between a goal and the reality is your action. So, how do you show up? What are you doing? See, and when we take accountability, responsibility for ourselves in the silence, not telling other people, don't tell people what you're doing, don't, play a trumpet or a saxophone and announce your moves. No, we don't do that. We're not announcing our moves. We're not telling people when people ask, hey, what you doing now? Nothing. Or you turn it around. Oh, what are you doing? You don't have to tell them. Oh, you've been really quiet. You there's no explanation necessary. We are not kids. We are mature, healed, worthy, and capable and very intelligent women and men. Yes, you are. And I want you to say that I'm intelligent. I don't have to tell you, even when people ask. See, that's the thing. They're going to ask, what you doing? You've been very quiet. I've been working on me. I've been loving on me. I've been focused. I've been loving myself. All of those things. Willa says, I am well. Thank you so much for the gifts, everybody. Yes. Fear of mortals, put some hands up. Willa says, I am learning, focus on myself, and set boundaries and standards. There you go, Willis. There you go. Geo says, the difference between a goal and reality is action. I'm giving you guys I'm giving you a little sprinkling of an upcoming book. That's one of the gems from my upcoming book. But I have to tell you guys that it really makes a big difference. Okay, that is the difference between you winning. It's your actions, you know. So, and that's one of the things that I want to say to every single one of you. You know, do your best. Be your best. Always do your best and be your best. Okay? Hold on one second. Okay. All right. So let's get back to the topic. We have one more point and we're going to get out of here. Number 3. This is it. We don't have to feel embarrassed if things don't work out. See, when you talk about, when you shoot your mouth off, when you tell everybody your business, if something doesn't work out, how do you feel? Just want to bury your head in the sand and you want to disappear. And then you got to hear people's mouth. I told you it wouldn't work out. I told you. But when you don't tell anybody anything, when things don't pan out, what do? You just walk away. Okay? And we're here at the last point, everybody. Number 4. When we become silent, we can receive our blessings without others begging. This is a message for somebody who needs to hear it. When you keep silent and you mind your own business, everything that you were supposed to receive, it can come to you without you feeling like, I gotta share. I always say, where were you when I was on my knees? Where were you when I was burning the midnight oil or waking up early or working on myself? They were nowhere around. Be careful about telling people, I just won money. I got a raise. I got this and this is happening. This is silent and mind your business. So I want to thank every single person for tuning into the Monday Blast. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Shout out to my fellow collaborators, Boss Life Online and Be Amazing Sylvia. And thank you to everybody who sent me gifts. I hope this message was beneficial to somebody, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. And I will see you guys next week on next week's Monday Blast.
Got a spark inside, a passion so true. Marlene Motivates is the right move for you. Her purpose is clear, her heart's a guiding light to help you reach higher ground so everything is bright. It's encouragement, support from her soul to yours for the wellness of mind, body and spirit so you can open new doors through pop-up lives and recreational rides to regular videos. Marlene is always there for you. Feeling down, feeling lost, need a helping hand. Marlene is here to inspire across the digital land, sharing her journey Step into your light. Be yourself, you will survive. Just know it in, just breathe it in. Live your best life. Helping you find your own place and true place.
Bye, guys. See you guys next week.